through the history of the train systems in Atlantic City. Now, if you're following along, there's been a lot of changes within the Atlantic City rail terminal system in the last couple years, emerging from the period of significant change and completion of a new passenger rail service into the city. Its story is one of revelation and renewal vision for connecting Atlantic City to its counterparting cities. Now, following the demolish of the Grand Historical Union Station, which currently sat at the Adidas store right around there at the Walk. This took place in 1997, which served also as the bus terminal since 1965. In a general decline and discompletion of passenger services to Atlantic City in 1981, the city was left without a direct train service for several years. This changed when construction efforts to bring a rail system back was created, and also the growth of casino gambling taking place. Now, the current Atlantic City Rail Terminal, which officially opened in May 1989, where Amtrak's Atlantic City Express services marked a significant milestone of restoring a vital transportation link from its absence in the last almost decade. Soon after, in September of 1987, the Atlantic and Jersey Transit began commuter rail service to Atlantic City from the same terminal, providing more local connection from Philadelphia and its counterparts. The terminal serves its location also as the Atlantic City Convention Center, which we dedicate a video just to that. But to dive into some of the older history of this train station is interesting. Now, in the early years, you had the Camden Atlantic Railroad, which is the very first passenger railroad into Atlantic City, July 1st, 1854. It was a 2.5-hour journey from Camden, New Jersey, and it was worked through with the Camden Atlantic County Railroad System Charter in 1852. The line later became part of the vast Philadelphia Railroad System operating through West Jersey. We also have the Philadelphia Atlantic City Railroad System, the Reading Passenger, and it was not to be outdone. It's the second railroad system from Philadelphia to Atlantic City, opened 1877. Now, this railroad system came under control from Philadelphia and Reading Railroad, which is later Reading Company, and was reincorporated into the Atlantic City Railroad System in 1887. Now, the race to the shore began with the completion of both these legendary railroad systems. Both lines served for fast accessibility and train service, racing each other into Atlantic City, in particular known as incredibly fast and sometimes exceeding 100 miles per hour. On July 1984, train 1027 marked a speed record, going 115 between the Brigantine Junction and the Egg Harbor City, carrying 5 trains. That seems incredibly fast. Now, both technologies changed, and you had a lot of storms come through and destroy some of those tracks, like the Brigantine one, which we could dedicate. We have actually a video dedicated to that. Now we're going to tie us back into Union Station, which opened Atlantic City right there at the Walk, September 1934. It was a bustling hub with 5 platforms and 10 tracks, serving trains like the PPR's Nellie Blom and the Central Train of New Jersey's Blue Comet. These trains had names. It's pretty cool. Now, you had the post-World War II era that took place, transforming Union Station, and the growth of air travel kind of had the decline for rail services. Now, rail services continued at Grand Service Station, and we saw the conversion into a bus terminal. By 1981, all remaining passenger rail services into Atlantic City was finally eliminated by the New Jersey Transit and Conrail, which Conrail, it looks like, took over in 1974, buying out some of these companies. Now, leaving the city without any direct train service for 8 years. And that's when we saw some big changes happen in the 90s here, and the modern train station that you're seeing today brought out. Now, there's been so much history here, and we're probably missing some of it. So, write down in the comment section anything you want to add that could be useful for people, maybe just doing a little bit of history knowledge on their local area. And that's what we're here for. Parfessor, an independent golf channel focused on fun, affordable golf in your area. We do a little bit of history to pay those green fees.